Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics. Checking this out, text, babe. Man, I does back and notice it is. Real men Rasta, fake men Rasta, rural Rasta, fake Rasta, and practical by preacher. Welcome to the Back of Basic broadcast. Back in the Basic, Back of the Basic, Back of the Basic, broadcast. And today's we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about is, man. On unsung, we're gonna talk about unsung previous episode, but today we're definitely gonna talk about is it's gonna be a dedication of the previous episode, and his name is Luther Ross. Rest in peace. Let's talk about this brother, how his music touched many people, many hearts, and like of mine to the world. So my parents love Luther Ross. He, may he rest in peace, man. Let's talk about this brother. I love his music as well, man. Man, legend indeed. Uh, Luther Allen Ross, born December the 1st, his birthday already passed, in 1933, and January the 6th, 2006, was a American recording producer, singer, composer, and actor. Ross released more than 60 albums. Wow, that's big. Even in his death, sold more than 40 million records, and have numbers of charts of singles. Most notably, his song "You Will Never Find a Love Like Mine." He worked as a film, television, and voice actor. He was also a three-time Grammy winner, all for the best male R&B vocal performance. May he rest in peace. And he's born in Chicago. Yep, Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to Chicago. But he died in Los Angeles, California, in the age 62. In the age 72. Not 62, 72. My bad. Ross was born in Chicago on December the 1st, 1933, and was raised by his grandmother in the Otterly B. Wall projects on the city south side. He began to sing in the Great Mount Olive Baptist Church choir at the age of 7, and later sung with the local group through which he met Sam Cooke, rest in peace, who was nearly 3 years older than him, and and Curtis Mayfield, rest in peace. All those three guys, from Sam Cooke to Curtis Mayfield and Luther Anthony Ross, may they rest in peace, all of them. Okay, career after graduate from after graduate from Dunbar and Valley High School, he sung briefly with Sam Cooke in the Teenage King of Harmony, a gospel group, and then with the Holy Wonders in 1951. He replaced Cooke in the Highway QC after Cooke disparted to join the Soul Settlers in Los Angeles. Ross was hired by the Chosen Gospel Singer and moved to Los Angeles, where he enjoyed the Pilgrim's Travelers. In 1955, Ross enlisted in the United States Army as a recruiter of troops, a trooper in the 82 airborne divisions, and settled of Ross, serving in B Corps of 505 and probably invertedly and making 26 jumps That's great. The president in the murder room and bedroom of the 82 by the Commissioner General M.G. Ed and totally Brosco in January 1983. He left All American 3 years later on a searchment and rejoined the Pagans Travelers, then known as the Travelers, in 1958 by, by touring the South with the Travelers. Sam Cooke Ross was in a car crash. He was pronounced dead before arriving at the hospital, where he stayed in the coma for 5 days. Can you believe that? 5 days and a half of days. Five and a half of days. That's crazy. That's tough, man. Thank God God was watching him at that time, even though he's no longer with us. I think that's what affected him have the lung cancer and brain cancer because of that terrible fatal incident that happened to him years ago. What man fall into the minds when he passed. May he rest in peace. He spent a year recredible rate and several months before his memory returned. He considered the crash a life-changing event. Yep, that's terrible. But it never stopped him when he was in his when he was in you know in his when he was in living, when no longer living no more. May he rest in peace. With Dick Clark as the master of ceremony, Ross was able to perform at the Hollywood Bowl in 1959. His first two singles are "Love, Love, Love" and "Walking for a Mile." For City D Records, a label owned by Harper Andrews, "In My Little Black Book and 80 Ways" was released a year later by Condex of Records in 1962. He was signed a contract with Capitol Records and sang backup vocals on "Bring It On Home to Me," and that's where it all written. I mean, both written by Cook. Ross charts with a cover of "Bring It On Home to Me" in 1970, with the title shortened to It Home." Bring it on home. Bring it on home. 'Cause I heard that song familiar. I know I heard that song familiar because somebody sampled that. I could have sworn. I'm not for sure. Stormy Monday, a jazz album with Leslie and Conley and Ken, was released in 1962. The next two Capitol albums, Black and Blue, Tobacco Road, sold well and employed Oscar Matthews as a musical director and a 17-piece big band. Both albums reached the Billboard magazine charts and heralded his career. All through his 1966 album Live was certified gold. Ross would not have a star-making hit until he made a soulful album named Soulnit. Later that same year, the album contained "Love Is a Hurting Thing," his first R&B number one single. In 1967, he won a Grammy Award for Best R&B Vocal Performance for the single "Dead End Streets." In 1967, he was performing at the first event of the Monaco International Pop Music Festival. In 1969, Rawls was co-host of the NABC Summers Replacement Series for the dead from the for the Dean Martin show. I mean Dean Martin show with Martin's daughter, singer Kelly Martin, after leaving Capitol in 1971. He signed with MGM and released the single Natural Men, written for him by comedian Susie Bakerin, Susie Barrin. That's her name, Susie Barrin, and the singer Bobby Hurd for Bell Records in 1974. He recorded a cover version of She's Gone by Holland and Oates. Yeah, I like those two guys. Two years later, with his new management, Martin Pennington's son, he signed with Philadelphia International and record All the Things in Time, which sold 1 million copies. You will never find another one. You will never find another love like mine. I love that record. That is you're gonna miss my love and miss my love. That is a song, bro. You gotta put it on, man. My mother didn't like that song, but some of her part of my sister and them like that record. My dad, I think he might like it, that record. You will never find another love like mine. Become his bigger selling single, selling 1 million copies, topped the R&B and adult contemporary charts, and reaching number 2 on the pop charts. The hit single Lady Love followed from the 1977 album Where You Heard Lou, You Heard It All. We're going to read some, but not all, maybe some. We're going to read a few. Okay. The television and film. Rawls appeared in A Sort of Living Air during the first season of the Sesame Street to sing the alphabet. He dismissed the concept of using quarterly card for the performance, but revealed that decision when he forgot the order of the letter. He was a guest during the second season of the he was a guest during the second season of the Muppet Show. Yeah, that happens, man. That's nothing to be ashamed of. That happens. Okay, let's read some of this. His first acting credit was in the Western television series, The Big Valley, starring Broderick and Starsky Squanton, along with Lee Major and Lena Evans. He was also in the season 5 episode Lifetime of the television show Man Max, and the season 6 the season 6 episode Return to the Cotton Club of the show Fantasy Island. He appeared in the films Leaving Las Vegas, Blues Brothers 2000, my favorite movie, I like it, and the old one and new one, they both old, and Angel, Down We Go. He has a role in singing in Looking Italian in 1994, an independent film about the mob. He has a support role in Babe Watch Nights. He was a guest host on Jazz Central and a television program that was broadcast on BET channel. Okay. And also, we're going to read this. For those who don't know, but those who do know. Rawls led in his rich and broadly tone to cartoons, including Hey Arnold. If y'all don't know it, Hey Arnold is a great cartoon. If you don't see it, you don't know what cartoons if you don't know. That was my childhood. Those are days. The Captain Planet and the Planeteers and the Proud Family. He was in Proud Family. For many of the film's Romans Garfield special, Ross would offer compositive songs which he would then sing, and usually doing a duet with desired and godly Goentity, something like that, as well as the singing voice of the title character himself. Yep. Man. Personal life. Ross was married 3 times. His third wife, Netta, a former flight attendant, managed his career during his last 2 years. They have a son, Anthony Ross. Ross was also survived by another son, Louis Ross Jr., 2 daughters, Lynette Ross of Los Angeles and Denina Smith of Los Angeles, and 4 grandchildren. Death. In December 2005, it was pronounced that Ross was being treatment for the lung cancer that had spread to his brain. He died from this illness on January the 6th at Calgary Medical Center in Los Angeles, California. Ross' final television performance, ridiculed during the 2005 and 2006 editing of the television Honor Stevie Wonders in September 2005, months before entered the hospital after having been diagnosed with cancer early in the year. He performed "You Are the Sunshine of My Life," and it was a very good year as a tribute to Frank Sinatra. Yep. Made Frank Sinatra. I think he died or something. I think he passed away. Let me see. I'm gonna see something right quick. Yep, Frank Sinatra did pass away. He paid tribute to Frank Sinatra before his pass, so may he rest in peace. He paid tribute to him before his passing as well. Oh man, it's sad though. It's sad. We lost legends. Lost a lot of legends. Okay. Award and honor. On the night of September 29, 1977, Ross performed in the national anthem of the United States before the Muhammad Ali title fight at the Madison Square Garden. He was invited to sing the anthem many times over the next 28 years. His final performance was in his hometown of Chicago. He was asked to sing the national anthem before the second game of the 2005 World Series between the Chicago White Sox and Houston Aeroid at U.S. Consolidate Field. Ross won AMA for favorite soul R&B male artist in 1979. Ties with the singer Teddy Pendergrass, rest in peace. And in 1982, Ross received a star of the Hollywood Walk of Fame on January the 29th. January the 19th. My bad, not January 29th, January the 19th. In 1985, he sung "Wind Blowing My Wind Breathing My Wings" at the naturally television 50 president elected generally in the day before the second inauguration of Ronald Reagan. And generally, that's Ronald Reagan's wife. And then in one of his first term and second term, right alongside with her husband. Okay, and from Dead Street and Natural Man, and you'll never find a lover like mine, and Unmistakable Lou. Yep, he won he won 3 awards and one nominee. And his legacy right here. We're gonna read some, but not a lot. In 2009, and the Passive Weight Entertainment announced its intentions to produce a biopic about Ross' life, titled Love is a Hurtful Thing, the Lou Rawls story, with Lou Rawls' son Lou Rawls Jr. wrote the screenplay, and Isaac Washington reportedly played Ross. And look at his albums. His first album, Stormy Monday, that was his first album, and it's in Capitol Records in 1962. Oh man, so he had a lot of albums, and his last album he did was a Christmas album, and Time Alive as an independent label in 2006. And look at his smash. Look at his Billboard Top 50 hit singles. Love is a Hurtful Thing, 1966, number 13, also number one R&B. Dead in the Streets, Dead in the Streets, 1967, number 29. Show Business in 1967, number 45. Your Good Thing Is About to End, 1969, number 8, sold over 1 million copies and was awarded a golden disc. A Natural Man, 1971, number 17. You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine, 1976, number 2, and also number 1 in R&B, and number 1 Easy to Listen, a certified gold for sale of 1 million copies. Lady Love, 1978, number 24. Yeah, he had a lot of hits, man, and singles and stuff like that, and movies he'd been on right here. TV shows and movies. But I want to say this, man. Sorry about that. I don't know why this is in the way. Here we are. Lou Ross, wherever you are, brother, we love you. We miss you, brother. And your music will live on for many generations to come. And you inspired so much, and a lot of people. You inspired my parents' generation and me and everything else. So, brother, you will be missed. And we'll see you again very time soon. And I hope many generations to know your music and a lot many more to come. That's all I can say, man. One peace and one love, brother. That's all I can say. So it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chunk of the Deuces out with text, baby. And until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.